I know a guy whose girlfriend got herself pregnant by him, but they split up before she told him. She then calls him up to say she's pregnant and she's going to have the baby. What kind of woman wants to have something as life-changing as a baby with a man she didn't even like enough to go out with? Unfortunately, she's not at all unusual. He made the decision to take up his responsibilities in full, despite resistance from the mother. What kind of nobility does the man have in deciding to suck it up and take on fatherhood like this? How many millions of men are doing the same thing, right now? Why do women who have 100% control of their fertility decide to have children with men who don't want to be fathers? This is the crux of the matter, and possibly the single leading cause of fatherlessness. Too many women are having children with obviously unsuitable men, and then blaming the men for being unsuitable. And society follows suit. But it's not meant to be this way. People are biologically programmed to make decent choices of partner material.
Women have no trouble finding someone willing to inseminate them. And given that they have the ability to exercise choice over who it is they're going to have kids with, and when you do that, you expect them to go for either good genes or good parenting ability, or good ability to provide resources. What forces today are preventing women from making even basic sensible choices in who inseminates them, when even cave women chose more suitable partners? Imagine a young man forced into fatherhood by some woman he had sex with in the back of a car. He may not have finished studying or decided on a career, and yet she decides that he'll be a father. He's not ready, he doesn't want it, he can't afford it, he's not capable of fatherhood, but she makes it happen anyway. She's decided to enslave him and has taken away all his choices, while she enforces hers. Can we honestly be surprised if he wants nothing to do with her?
She's yours.
Okay.
Frankie, you can't walk away from this.
Yeah, watch me.
You have a responsibility.
No, I don't. That's not my kid.
She's yours.
Oh, so you just thought you'd wait 5 years to tell me? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Nance.
Why do we see these fathers as irresponsible, rather than escaping enslavement?
I'm pregnant.
Are you keeping it, or are you having an abortion?
Typical excuses for these women are that she's misguided. She's ignorant, young, foolish, it was an accident. But this isn't about how the situation arises, it's how it ends. In the final analysis, producing a child unwanted by the father is not an accident, and it can't be excused as one. What it is female violence, uniquely female violence at its worst.
I'm pregnant, and you're the father.
I think I'm pregnant. Just kidding.
We're pregnant.
I know when I'm ovulating, and I am not ovulating.
That wasn't a premonition. That was a trick.
Pregnant? Well, that's great. Terrific. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's yours.
And society gives this female violence its full support.
Teenage mums of all ages will soon be offered up to £5,000 worth of childcare grants to help them back into education or training.
I'll get housing benefit and income support.
Surely it's there as a safety net, and you should already have, got to the point where you could afford to have children before you... It's a big decision, having children.
Yeah, really, fair enough, but all these people are... There's no point sitting here moaning about it now, because kids are always going to have children at a young age. So maybe we need to start supporting them more.
This is the main reason the Child Support Agency was brought into being, to manage and even encourage the disastrous choices that women are making. Now women can rest assured that when their entirely selfish attitude has landed them with a child they can't afford, the state will be there to extract money from whichever man she's chosen to enslave.
My sister had a baby, and I wanted a baby of my own. He didn't know that I was planning to have a baby with him. I told him I was on a pill, so he didn't know nothing about it.
Courtney's plan worked, and soon she was expecting.
Wives do this as a matter of course when they want to have another child, but the husband doesn't. They quietly take themselves off the pill and don't tell him. When a pregnancy happens, they know he won't leave, and so the deal is done.
I'm pregnant.
You sure?
Yeah.
What about your pills?
I might have missed a few, maybe.
Whether you did or you didn't.
I did. Okay? So, I did.
I thought we were going to wait.
You don't always get to choose this kind of
Yeah,
thing,
you
Chris.
do. That's sort of the point. Come on.
Just you, me, and our baby. And you'll be glad I never took the pill, and it'll all be brilliant, and we'll be a family. A real family.
You never took your pill. I do not believe this.
Yeah, but I just want to feel safe.
What by getting pregnant?
Choose to take birth control, you can read the label, and come on, we had a plan.
Our plan was to start a family. I can't believe you're not even just a little bit happy about this.
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
Well, this is not some sort of sneak attack.
Right now? You want to start a family right now?
Are you trying to get pregnant?
Yes.
Yeah, see? You don't want my dick.
Yes, I do. I wanted to get pregnant with.
Jesus Christ. Kim, we can't afford another baby.
But we always said we'd have 2 kids. We agreed when we had Lucy that we wouldn't make her be alone.
Yeah, but not now. Do you know how much we have in checking right now? Negative $50. We have to raise $50 to be broke.
I don't care. I'm not waiting. Lucy is 4 already. I'm getting pregnant right now.
And men are expected to just accept the duplicity of their women and do the right thing.
I'm pregnant.
Bullshit.
Man. It was an accident.
Marry me.
You can't be serious.
She's a good person.
You met her like 5 minutes ago.
It's the right thing to do.
If they don't accept her manipulation and they leave, they're deadbeat dads. But men are not irresponsible, and they're not to blame if they abandon a toxic woman who's decided to have a child without their consent.
You're the one who walked out on Joey.
I never walked out on him. I walked out on you.
We've never been together since she was 2 weeks old, when we split up.
When Lena was born, I already predicted that she'd be left on her own with that baby. Because it does happen. A lot.
Hollywood would have it that a woman's lies and deception can have a happy ending.
We just need to
We
get used to
are
this.
now all 3 of us. I really need you to start thinking that way.
I'll do whatever it takes to make you happy. That is all I have ever wanted.
But the truth is that these selfish women break up families. Trust has been broken. Enslavement has occurred. There's almost never a happy ending to such treatment of men by women. Government would have it that the creation of the CSA and their other policies towards the family are just necessary measures in their efforts to manage legions of single mothers and children abandoned by uncaring fathers. But nowhere in the 2004 Children's Act, for example, is the presence and value of a father even mentioned. The government pretends that they're not purposefully creating and accelerating the blight of fatherlessness for their own ends.
The Child Support Act in reality did very little for women and did very little for children. It just saved the state money. It was a state support act rather than a child support act. Instead of the woman getting welfare benefits, she'll get the money will come indirectly via the husband.
The simple fact is that where children are conceived with the father's consent, the father will stay with the mother and raise the child in virtually all cases. But where the woman is selfish, where she lies or is unfaithful, then the man indeed doesn't want anything to do with her. Women are far more responsible for these broken families than men could ever be, simply because they have full control of the child-making process. So why are women's options for controlling fertility so much more numerous and effective than men's? Why is there no male pill? It's been 50 years since men gave women their pill. Why are men still waiting for theirs? The reason is not medical complexity, although finding a way to control male fertility is definitely more difficult. The reason is political and financial. Having one sex in control of reproduction, when it's technologically possible for both sexes to control it, is massive discrimination. Could you imagine what women would say if it was men that had entire control of fertility? The principal argument against any real push to develop a male pill is that women have their pill, and that's enough, and constitutes effective birth control. But it obviously isn't enough, and the legions of single mothers shows this quite clearly. A woman says that she's on the pill. Can you trust that?
Do you know what? That is such a... It happened to me last night. Yeah. This isn't going to go any further, is it?
No, it's just us three.
Maybe Channel 4. I was getting busy with a very gorgeous Slovakian girl, and I was getting ready to put, you know, the rubber on, and she says I'm on the pill. I was like, Yeah, you probably are, but yeah. And she's like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, because you can't trust a woman who says she's on the pill.
Why not?
I'm not saying that those judgments I made is going to make my decision. It's helping me make a decision whether she is or she isn't.
Being on the pill?
Women lie. Women do lie. I've figured that out.
I've heard that.
They do.
You can't just say women lie and leave it at that. What lies have you been told that make you think, well, you can't trust women? Because you just said women. You're not saying
they're
that
capable
the
of
odd
lying.
woman I've met in my life lies.
You remember that Chris Rock routine?
What?
You know, they ain't that tall, they wear high heels, their lips aren't that red, even your hair isn't like that. One walking lie.
Are you saying that women are walking lie? Is that what you're saying?
You said that, didn't you? You said that, didn't you?
I'm saying that deception is kind of part and parcel of being a woman.
I'm saying that women are capable of lying. That's what I'm saying.
Women have proven themselves to be absolutely useless at birth control. They don't take the pill properly. They don't understand how it works. They can't even remember to take a pill every day.
Providing she can remember what day it is, a woman can be quite sure whether or not she has taken today's pill.
So you're currently on the pill, right?
Yes, will you please just drop it?
Okay. Because you know you got to take it at the same time every day. Right.
I've got a friend who this woman was really into him, and she could tell that he wasn't so into her, and she was like crying, you know, the usual neurotic, obsessed kind of style. And then she phoned him one day and said, I'm pregnant. And he said, but you were taking the pill. And she said, well, I forgot. This is absurd. She says, yeah, I forgot, and I took 2 the following month or the following week, which is absurd. Even I'm a guy, and I know you don't take pill, it doubles up. And I think that's interesting, because that's kind of lying about saying you're taking the pill just in order to... He believes so, but I'm still very doubtful.
But one of the main arguments raised is that men would be unreliable.
A study by Edinburgh University suggested women would trust a man if he said he was taking contraception, and 65% thought the responsibility for contraception falls too much on women.
Why should just one person be in charge of it? You know, we share the cooking, we share the cleaning up, we can share the contraception.
Women go through a lot, don't they? They have everything, contraception, everything is women. So I mean, for men for a change, that'd be a good idea.
I wouldn't trust a guy if he said that he was on it, to be honest.
Whenever I've seen programmes talking about the research and how soon it will be, all they talk about is, can a man be trusted to take it? And you hear men saying, oh, I don't want to take that kind of thing because it might not work and it might stop me having to... The focus seems to be entirely missing the entire point.
I know, but that's the feminist dominated media for it.
If men were in full control of reproduction and handled it the way women do today, there'd be comprehensive legislation punishing men for their criminal irresponsibility. Forcing a woman to be a parent against her will would be a crime, probably classed as domestic violence, and men would undoubtedly face arrest and imprisonment for the offence. But when men are forced into fatherhood, society says and does nothing.